reports coming out of Japan have been saying that the next generation Supra would be battery electric only. Wah, wah. But Best Car News has just clarified that it could be inline six as well, returning a parallel universe where we have a battery electric Supra alongside of an inline six Supra. Let's get into it. Here's the cover of the latest Best Car Magazine, and the power of Google Translate. Ever since I've been doing this with Best Car Magazine, it just gets better every single time I use it. Like, it is ridiculous how good it's getting. It wasn't just BEV, inline six, 3-liter turbo will also survive next Supra engine version. And there's other good stuff in here that we'll see in a little bit. All right, so we get to this image, and what I did is I'm gonna flip it for you guys so we can actually read it. And let's sink our teeth into what's going on. So they're reporting just not that long ago in February that the new Supra was going to be EV. And I made a video on my second channel, Rest in Peace Kirky Cars, made a video on it talking about how it's going to be battery electric. And yeah, it could be fun, but it's going to take away from the soul. But it's been 4 months since they received that battery electric Supra scoop. But the emission regulations are changing in Europe, and it has just been confirmed that e-fuel cars will be allowed to be produced post-2030, post-2035 in countries in Europe. So that's rekindled the development of upcoming internal combustion engine cars if you have synthetic fuels. Or if they're just running on hydrogen, that's a possibility as well, as Toyota has proven that they can make internal combustion engine run on the hydrogen. They're saying the development of the next-gen Supra is progressing behind the scenes, and BMW still holds the key to the next vehicle like they do right now. And they're saying, like the current model, it will be a 2-seater front engine, rear wheel drive, 3-liter inline six. I don't mind the silhouette of this new Supra, to be honest. The lights are pretty futuristic. I like the hood vents. This is too much cladding from their render down here at the bottom. I don't need this extra winglet here either. All right, let's get into the last image here talking about the Supra, and then we'll talk about some other things going on in the industry in regards to the Supra, as well as manual transmission with electrification. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. And they're saying a direct 6 or inline 6 turbo hybrid or a plug-in hybrid seems to be the most promising, but is it? Question mark. So let's do the old rotation. There we go. Now they're saying BMW has set a goal of selling 2 million battery electric vehicles by 2025. Toyota wants to do that as well by 2025, but 1.5 million by then. BMW wants to have more than 50% of their models be battery electric by 2030. Toyota wants to have 3.5 million by 2030, which is about a third of their 10 million production. So they're saying in the new era, at post 2025, it will be a high possibility that it will be hybrid electric vehicle or plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. These vehicles, the battery electric Supra or whatever they call it, my good friend David Chow thinks one of them is going to be called the Celica, which is, it's definitely possible. And then the one would be the Supra. And which one would be which? Well, obviously the BMW co-created vehicle would continue on as the Supra, even if it's a hybrid or plug-in hybrid. If the other one is going to have a different name, why not the battery electric vehicle be the Celica? Or if you're in other parts of the world, the Celica. They're saying there are many unknowns at this point, obviously, but it is true that the next generation Supra will have an internal combustion engine and will appear in 2025 or 2026. So mark your calendars. We will have a new Supra by then, and they said stay tuned for more information because they have the scoop, obviously. I'm getting big Mark IV vibes from the rear of this. What do you guys think? The nose here is very much like the Mark V, but the rest of it is pretty unique. The headlights here also seem to be like the Mark V, but squished and widened a bit. And then if we look at the side profile, I think it's amazing. It looks a lot like the Mark IV Supra, which that's this. I mean, to be honest, I wish the Mark V looked a little bit like the Mark IV. Unfortunately, it looks nothing like it and really broke away from the heritage. But I guess the Mark IV didn't look a whole lot like the Mark III, but whatever. They also have the information of the new crowns, which I already updated you guys on the channel. People are saying that this one is most likely to come to the United States, but I also heard that the Estate could come to the United States. This one is pretty much an Asian exclusive, unfortunately, because I'd love to have a Lexus GS replacement one day. There's the button of the crown that we currently have in the United States. Let me know what you think about that design. I know a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't, but I think these these two designs, actually all three of these designs would do a lot better here than this unique design of the crown that we currently have. So there is going to be a special edition Plasma Orange 100 edition. This is only at the Global Toyota Newsroom. So this is actually only for Japan, this paint color, as well as this GT4 that I'm aware of. Yes, it looks amazing, and I would love to see this sort of molten or plasma orange here in America. It just hasn't been confirmed yet. So stay tuned. Hopefully we get this for our shores as well. And lastly, over at the Drive, manual equipped Toyota performance hybrids may be coming soon. So there's a patent here saying, or at least detailing how it works. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. One, I don't want to put you to sleep. And two, it's above my understanding even of how it would work. Essentially, the car would control the clutch, but you could always override it on your own. But it would control the clutch so it can shut the engine off to regenerate power and just to save fuel. So this sort of technology could be seen in the next generation Supra. That would be amazing. And I feel like in a high ticket item like that, they could justify it and hopefully pay off the R&D for it. But they can absolutely use this sort of setup in a hybrid or plug-in hybrid of the next generation Supra. And it would be pretty cool to see this technology grace us before internal combustion engines are completely outlawed or demonized for whatever reason. But thank you guys for watching. I'll put all the links in the description if you want to read more about how this clutch system works, as well as if you want to read more about the Plasma Orange Supra. Thank you guys. Are you excited for the Supra? Do you think that we'll have two coupes coming from Toyota, a brand new Supra and a battery electric Supra or Celica? It'd be interesting. I can't wait to see what the future holds. Make sure you subscribe because I'll update you guys as soon as I get information coming out of Japan, or if I hear things through the grapevine. Even here in the United States, there's a lot of information coming out about Toyota and Lexus. So can't wait to share it all with you guys. I will be driving the TX in just a couple, not the TX, the Grand Highlander, the Toyota variant, in just a couple weeks. I'll be debuting the new Tacoma for you guys in probably just a couple weeks. Can't say for sure. Toyota hasn't given me an official date, but I've roughly got a rough idea of when it's going to be. So stay tuned for all that, and make sure you subscribe to the bell icon. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and peace.